class right now. I'm taking notes. And yeah, they're very tiny, so I'm gonna go close up.
Yes, that's right. That's a specific kind. Are there more kinds of propositions, class, on your head? There are. That's the main one that we took. I'm going to ask you, Jaden, what are the two types of logic anyways? The two basic. There's two possibilities that we can have. One is affirming the antecedent, and the other is what? I think we're to have. Am I affirming the antecedent or denying? If a substance is a mineral, then it is made of crystals. The rock pumice is not made of crystals, therefore pumice is not a mineral.
Affirming.
If I were affirming, this statement right here would be true, and this statement right here would be true. However, the rock pumice is not made of crystal, so it makes this consequent false. So my consequent is false. Let's go ahead and open to page number. A top-down approach or a bottom-up approach? Gavin, what would you say? Deductive reasoning? Do we start with general or start with specific? General, that's right. And Gavin, let's bring that up. To specific, good. You may be seated. So, inductive reasoning does the opposite. That you know, and from that, you're drawing a general conclusion. 40 blue birds. Therefore, all birds are blue. Okay, so I'm starting with the facts and details that I have seen. I was late to school. Okay, your alarm is what gets you up in the morning. You don't set it, you become late to school. It's a cause and effect. Okay, what about, hopefully this is not true of you students watching, or students here, I rarely brush my teeth. I have several cavities. Okay, because we know that if you don't brush your teeth, you are probably going to get some cavities because of that. The next, the method of difference. And you'll notice that in italicized on page 8. It's a form of inductive reasoning that involves comparing two situations that are the same except for one factor that changes. There are several ways. The method of difference is one way to be able to solve that. So all that is saying is this. You have a situation or two situations, and in one of those situations, there is a factor that is in there. And you can infer
This is what the regular schedule looks like. It's literally that much. It's a lot. history is my last class of the day. Ooh, history is probably my favorite class just because the stories are great. So yeah. And then the rest I just get to do whatever I want for the day because I already finished all my homework and projects.
Well, so far we've seen the discovery of the New World, the arrival of the Indians, we've seen the arrival of the Spanish, and in this lesson we're going to see the arrival of the French, and we'll talk about the French contributions to the New World. But before we do that, we do want to talk about homework. So let's have Haley.
And I forgot to mention I will go over what math looks like at the end of this class.
A lot of hunters and trappers up there, they're not building permanent structures. They've got no self-government. You know, if you don't control something yourself, in other words, if you were a slave to someone else, you're not going to be really motivated to do much because it's never yours. Whatever you do, you never get to have it for yourself. And that was the example with France. They had no self-government, so why go through all the trouble of developing all that if you have no control over your destiny? That's going to be a big change with England, as we're going to see. England grants the charter. She allows her colonists self-government. The House of Burgesses we're going to talk about soon. Big difference. People were invested in what they were doing in English colonies. They wanted to build the place up because it was theirs.